In this video session, we are going to see Pro's journey by train. Nowadays, many people like traveling as they want to explore the world and watch everything they have read about. Traveling improves memory and reduces the risk of heart diseases. It makes us more intelligent and happier. This has been proved by scientists. Come, let's get into the lesson. This lesson is an extract taken from the classic adventure novel Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. In this lesson, we are going to see about an Englishman, Mr. Phileas Fogg. He was a rich and an intelligent man. He was a member of the Reform Club of London. One day, he makes a bet with fellow club members that he can travel around the world in 80 days. He travels with his French servant, Passepartout. They traveled through some parts of India. That was the time when the railways were being built in the country. The train started at the scheduled time from Bombay. There were a number of passengers like officers, government officials and merchants in the train. Sir Francis Cromarty, one of the Fogg's friends, occupied the seat opposite to him. He made friend of him on the ship Mongolia that brought him to Bombay. The train passed the bridges, the island of Salsette, mountains, jungles, forests, and the fertile territory of Khandesh. Passepartout couldn't believe that he was actually crossing India in a railway train. Tigers and snakes fled at the noise of the train. Elephants stood gazing at the train with sad eyes. At 12:30, the train stopped at Berhampur. The travelers had a hasty breakfast. The train entered the valley of Satpur mountain at 3 in the morning. The train stopped at 8 o'clock, some 15 miles beyond Rohtal. Phileas Fogg and others were annoyed. They were wondering why there was a halt of the train in the midst of the forest. When they inquired, the conductor informed them that the railroad lines ends at Kolbe, 15 miles short of Allahabad. The line begins again from there in Allahabad. Sir Francis got angry because they sold the tickets from Bombay to Calcutta without confirming about the railroad lines. The passengers had to provide means of transportation for themselves from Kolbe to Allahabad. So Mr. Fogg, his attendant, and Sir Francis planned to reach Allahabad in time by some means of transport. As the steamer was ready to leave Calcutta for Hong Kong on the 25th, they had 2 days left to reach Calcutta. After searching the village from end to end, Mr. Fogg and Sir Francis came back without finding any means of transport. But Passepartout suggested that they can travel on an Indian elephant as it could travel rapidly for a long time. Mr. Fogg determined to hire it. Even though Mr. Fogg offered excessive amount to hire the elephant's owner refused to hire it. So Mr. Fogg finally purchased the elephant for £2,000. A young man offered his services as a guide to them. While Mr. Fogg and Sir Francis took the orders on either side, Passepartout got onto the saddle-cloth between them. The driver sat on the elephant's neck, and at 9 o'clock they set out from the village to Allahabad. By this lesson, we understood that Phileas Fogg is perfect in his manners and is very punctual as well as particular about what he wants. This is evident in this extract when he is determined to travel to Allahabad as planned. He even goes to the extent of purchasing an elephant for 2,000 pounds to continue his travel to Allahabad. Hope you all have understood this lesson. Thank you.